Okay, time for some man time. Young men, I need you to understand this. You to understand this. Society needs you to understand this. You cannot learn manhood from a father. I know. I know. Most of you won't understand this. It won't register. It won't sit well with your spirit, your emotions, because you believe otherwise. And you're going to challenge anything that goes against your beliefs. I know. I'm a little under the weather, so bear with me. A father is not a man, a father is a father. Your father is not going to speak to you usually and generally like a man would speak to his son or his children or his daughters. The father is going to speak to his sons and daughters, his children, like a father. He's going to be a little more tactful. And tact means tactic, tactical. He's not going to be as raw and as honest to and with his children as someone who does not look at them like children would be. Much like mothers don't teach daughters how to be women. You can't. Because your mother doesn't deal with the daughter or the girl like a woman. She deals with her like a little girl, like a daughter. Next, in order for fathers to teach sons how to be men, he has to operate like a man with the son, and he has to operate like a man with the mother, and he has to operate like a man with the daughter. He has to be able to show some different variations of himself. But give me a minute, I'll be right back. Now, in order for him to do that, he'll have to allow himself to show the truth to his son. And the truth to his son is going to be hurtful to the son. Even to show the truth to his wife will be hurtful to the wife. The truth to his daughter will be hurtful to the daughter sometimes. Sometimes the father doesn't want to love the son and the daughter. He wants to love himself. Sometimes he wants to love his wife, his woman. Sometimes he doesn't want to love anybody. He just wants to be. But he does anyway, which is how the children are supposed to learn to see his sacrifice. Sometimes the wife or the woman needs to learn to see his sacrifice in the same way. But how can she if she doesn't know? Hey man, sometimes this man want to be left the fuck alone. He don't want to be bothered with me. I'm a nuisance. If he doesn't say it, he doesn't display it, they'll never know it. And they'll never respect it as such, which means they'll never respect him. Yeah. You see, sons are taught to be subservient to their mothers, which is not preparing them for manhood. It is preparing them for sonhood, for boyhood. When in all actuality, sons at some point are going to be held responsible for their mothers, at least for the protections of their mothers, which means the mother has to then fall under the authority of the son, which means we're supposed to be raising our sons to be over our wives, over our women, over our mothers, over our daughters. Yeah. If you're going to leave home and tell the son he needs to protect the mother and protect the sister and protect the younger brothers, then he needs some authority to do so. Because he can't protect what does not yield, what does not follow him. Because protection is not defense. Protection means to prevent. Defense is what happens when you react to what's happening. Yeah. This is what mothers like. Mothers like defense. Fathers like offense. Mothers like to defend. Fathers like to protect. I'm going to prevent you from being in something so that there needs to be no problem. Mothers often, I'm going to defend you from a problem that I create or allow you to create. I know, it's nature, but you'll never learn to be a man in that. At some point, your father has to be able to show you that as a son, you can dislike the women in your life sometimes, but you still have to yield to them. That's humble. As a man, you can dislike the women in your life sometimes, but you still have to somewhat, how do I say, authorize them. You don't yield to them. You don't even have to dominate them. You can have dominion over your life, which means in order for them to be in your life, for them to get or receive anything of your life, from your life, they have to fall under your dominion, your authority. And that's called noble, not humble. Yeah, I know you aren't taught like this. Most of us aren't taught like this. You see, when you're a son and you no longer want to put up with your sister, you ignore her because you still have to reside with her. But when you're a man, whether you reside her or not, with her or not, you can cut her off. It's no different than what poor people versus what wealthy people do. People who are really wealthy and really successful, they look out for the unit. The unit has to perform. The family name means something, it's credibility. But poor people, they look out for the individuals, not the unit. They look out for people's feelings, not the family name. They don't have to perform in the family, they just have to be in the family. Yeah. This is why in poor households or people who are not used to anything other than poverty or who still emulate poverty sets of or states of mind, they tend to not want to relinquish anyone, which means the bad then poisons the well, poisons the rest of the family. Whereas the people who are successful and wealthy and they have a healthy state of mind, a set of mind, they oust the bad. It's like cutting out cancer. I get rid of the illness, rid of the sickness, so that I don't infect the rest of the family. I don't want to poison the well. And you'll never learn this as a son from a father. You'll only learn this from a man who might happen to be a father. But what do I know? I was raised by a man who happened to be a father, and when I lost him, and I was raised primarily with a mother and a grandfather who was subservient to the mother or grandmother who was trying not to rock the boat, it allowed me to believe less or different. And when I changed my mind, it took me back to my father's. I had to realign with the man that my father was. What about you? Who do you align or realign with in you? Hopefully, if you have no one, I can be that someone for you. Anywho, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let's see if we can get the conversation started. And until next time, gentlemen, man time out.